Good afternoon, y'all. The injury report. We're going to have a walkthrough today due to the Monday night game. So this is an estimation. So Josie, Quinn, and Isang and DJ will not participate. Damari, Caden, Russell, K1, Tyree, Billy are limited. And then Saab and Melvin are both full.
Russell is limited. Are you on the hopeful side of things?
Yeah, of course. With him, he's a very tough competitor. He's going to do every single thing that he can to possibly be able to get out on that field.
Were you able to talk with Melvin? You had said indicated yesterday you were going to have a talk with him about his role and going forward and what happened against the Chargers.
Yes, sir. Of course we did. It was a great talk. Love Melvin. Have so much respect for him as a pro for all he's done in this league, and we'll keep all that stuff private in there.
Last week when Russell was limited by the shoulder, did Rippon get more reps with the top group in practice, and do you expect that he'll get top group reps this week?
Yeah, he did He did the 2 weeks ago. Yes, he did, and we'll just be sure that we try to get him ready as well as we can.
And you guys have lost 5 players since the start of training camp to ACL, and I know there's so much that goes into that. But is there dialogue that happens even during the season about that you're kind of looking at these things and seeing whether there's anything that can kind of can be done? Obviously, knowing that injuries are such a part of the sport, but is there any dialogue in that regard?
Of course, we always look at everything that we do and trying to do the best thing we can to be able to keep everybody healthy and on the field. ACLs are kind of going through the league all over the place. Unfortunately, we've had a lot. That's no excuse. We got to find a way to win a football game, but I mean that's part of it. ACLs right now, I don't think there's necessarily something you can truly prevent. It's different than some of those soft tissue things and some of those that we'd like to look into. But it's unfortunate.
Will Melvin Gordon start on Sunday, or did Latavius Murray do enough to get the start?
No, Melvin will start.
Nate, Alberto wasn't active on Monday. What went into that decision? What do you see maybe as his role moving forward?
We need everybody on this team, and I wish we can have everybody up. Unfortunately, we don't get every single person up, and Dulcich was looking healthy, and we wanted to give him an opportunity, so we had to make a decision there on that one, and we went with Dulcich.
Is the plan to stick with Montreal at punt returner? Not blaming him, but there's been a few muffs these last couple of weeks.
Of course. I mean, he's a young man. He's done a really good job. He's had some very explosive plays. We can see that he is a dynamic returner. He just needs to lock in and focus and catch the ball first.
On your offensive line, what did you make of the way Billy played in his first playing time of the year, and then what do you do at tackle? Fleming sort of switching.
We're going to look for some continuity there. I think Billy came in and he did a good job, especially for not playing football a lot, especially all the way back to when we were back at Green Bay together. But I thought he competed and did some good things. Obviously a little bit rusty because it was his first time out there. But we're going to keep working through that. We're going to try to get as much continuity as we can there.
Did you like what Fleming was able to do moving to the left side? What kind of challenge was that for a guy to play both?
I give so much respect to him and so much credit to him coming in here late and then being able to get out there at right tackle, play at a high level, and then at the same time then bump him over to the left. I thought he did a fine job. So both those guys have been able to step in and do good. And again, to play both sides is obviously difficult, and that's something that we're lucky to have.
How do you make the decision? Who makes the decision on Russ, whether he plays or not?
That would be me.
Okay.
Nate, there aren't many players, from an interior defensive line perspective, causing more havoc than Quinn Williams right now. When you turn on the tape, what is he doing that's causing so much problems for teams?
It's really the whole group. I mean, their whole defense is playing at a high level. I think they're into their third year together, and I think that's what you start seeing with this defense, kind of like when Robert was at the 49ers for a couple years, rough there, and then that third year it really started hitting its stride. They're very basic, but they play fast, they play hard, and they understand everything that's coming at them. So I think that those guys have been able to, they penetrate up the field like none other. It's a lot like the 49er defense that we faced earlier in the season. They do a great job working with each other on both stunts, on understanding the concepts that they're going to face. And they're really good. That front four is really good. They gave Green Bay a lot of issues, and whenever it's the interior, that's always hard because you got a quarterback that's protecting the depth. So they do a nice job.
Coach, the Jets are 3-0 on the road this year. What challenges does that present for a team that seems they figured out how to win on the road?
I think I give so much credit to Robert. All the stuff that he's battled through those first couple years, and now you can see them, turning around, getting confidence. Young quarterback that's playing good, a defense that's really sound and really playing well with some young players in the back end, a really really good linebacker core. So it's just been kind of steadying the course. Everybody staying together, and you could see that with them, and you could see them traveling on the road and doing good things. And I mean, they're a very good football team.
Do you think the Super Bowl 32 teams being on this weekend to give you any extra juice when you play in front of a group crowd? You've done what you want to do, and you haven't even talked to the team later this week.
As a team, you're always looking to try to win the Super Bowl, and it's so difficult to do. There's so many things that have to fall into a line and fall into place, and the fact that those guys did that, I remember watching that team a long time ago, and I mean, I have so much respect for them and all the things that those guys accomplished. I mean, they're such a good football team, and honored to be on the same field as them and part of the same organization. Would love for them to be able to say something to the team, all that. I mean, it takes a whole team, and that was a true team, that whole group, and we're very excited to see them all.
You had said on Monday or Tuesday, sorry, lose track of the days here. Consistency.
I don't know the day either.
Consistency is the key offensively. You guys have been in games in the first half. You've not scored as much as you want, but the third quarter has been an issue. Have you identified when you've looked at the film what's gone wrong right after halftime, specifically the third quarter?
Especially this past game, we had a plan going in there. We wanted to be in those manageable third down situations. We wanted to be efficient. We didn't want to be behind the sticks. And when you have those third down that are manageable, that kind of 3rd and 1 to 6 world, that's where you have to be at your best, and that's where you have to be sure you're converting. And throughout that game the other night, that's not where we excelled. We weren't good enough on third down, and that was when you really looked at it. We had the penalties. That was kind of a whole team thing, but we were doing some good things in the run game, and a lot of the plays that we didn't get was because we couldn't convert on third down. So that's where we have to be better.
Time for a few more for the coach.
What's been your impression of Sauce Gardner and Hall?
Well, Sauce is playing at a high level. I mean, he's got so much confidence. You could see it on the tape. You can see how he's walking around, playing. I mean, both in man coverage, off coverage, the different things that they ask him to do. And you see he's making plays on the ball. He's challenging anybody and everybody. And, I mean, he's going to be a special player for them for a long time. And he kind of fits the mold of that kind of a defense. And then same thing with the running back. You know, they pride themselves in running the football. And Mike does a fantastic job on finding unique schemes to be able to get after different defenses. So we know that's going to be a big challenge for us, for our defense, because they're a good running football team.
Is anything you do this week related to like how you'll travel to London and all that in terms of like, are they connected or is it still just kind of separate how you would prepare for this week regardless of whether you're going to London?
It's crazy to think we're going to London. It's been a unique start to the season with the schedule, but we've definitely talked about it a little bit. We got to get our passports in, things like that. But the guys are professionals. They got to hydrate. I think that's one of the biggest things is coming off of a game and then traveling over there is a challenge on a 9-hour flight. But we're going to try to do our best to get them recovered as well as we can. We're trying to help them out right now because we had the Monday night game, a lot of plays, especially for the defense. So we got to make sure we take care of their bodies and get them fresh because we got this game coming up on a short week and then flying to London. So definitely taking that into perspective and just making sure we stay on their hydration and their nutrition.
Going back to that.
We talked a lot about the wide zone blocking scheme in off-season, preseason. Doesn't seem like we've seen it a whole lot. What happened? What happened to the wide zone?
It's been a combination of a lot of things, both what the defense is doing to us, how they're trying to take certain things away, and we want to be efficient. When you go to the inside zone world, you think more efficient runs, trying to get yourself in manageable third downs. The outside zone gives you a little bit more stretch for possible bigger plays. There were some times that we were just having too many negative plays, and we wanted to kind of concentrate a little bit more on that. And some defenses, by the way that they play it, do a good job at taking away. They know that's what you want to do, and those wide nines, kind of things that we'll be facing now. And last week, some of the wide nines that they had, they try to jam everything in there. So we want to be sure that we're doing what's right for our team and what's right for the team that we're playing and the defensive scheme that we're getting. And when we have that opportunity to get the ball outside, we're going to take advantage of it. Thank you all.
Thanks, Coach.